All right, so now we're on the lesson for April 28th. Our objectives today are to find the missing side of a right triangle. So our do now for today are these two questions. Question number one brings us back to the first semester of class when we were talking about parabolas and we talked about the vertex. Do any of you remember what a vertex is?
Yes, C. Maximum.
Well, it can be either C or D, right? The third, or hold on, where's my little, okay, because this is a vertex. It's where it's direction. Now we know that point is 0, 0. So right in one, it cannot be that one, and it cannot be that one. It has to be either this one or that one. But then notice this is maximum, and this one says minimum.
But then isn't the one that goes like that isn't going up?
So which one is it? Is this maximum or minimum?
Isn't it maximum going down?
Yep. So this is a maximum like this.
And then the one that's going up is minimum?
Good.
You want to put a number?
That's minimum.
So it's going, so it's minimum, so it's going to be D.
Good. Really good. Make sure that when you guys are doing your do nows, though, be careful because I do have it sometimes where it shuffles the answers. So you want to make sure that it's in the right order.
Okay.
I got that one more.
All right. So make sure, and then I'm taking a 10. Okay. Hi, Chris. I just saw you came in. Good morning. All right. Let's look at question 2. So finding sine of angle. So if we have so for sine, we need opposite and hypotenuse. So what's the opposite of angle? And remember, it says of angle Z.
So wouldn't be 5 over 8?
So you said it would be 5 over, you said 8? Well, remember, what's the hypotenuse? Hypotenuse, because we need the hypotenuse, it's a
yes, 5 over X.
Angle. Right? So don't forget that part.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Okay. So when we go ahead and click in bracket, we have the 5 millimeters.
I was so confused last night because I was doing it in the middle of the night. I was like, where should I put the egg?
This is our problem for today. So Kelly is flying a kite to which the angle of elevation is 70 degrees. The string on the kite is 65 meters long. How far is the kite above the ground? So right away, even if I'm not sure how to do this, I know what math information is given to me, right? I know the fact that it says she's flying a kite and the angle of elevation is 70 degrees. So I'm going to make a triangle because I know that this shape makes a triangle from, and obviously this thing does not let me make a nice triangle. That is the worst triangle I've seen in my life. But the angle of elevation, the angle it goes up, this right here is going to be 70 degrees. That's what this tells me. And then it says the string on the kite is 65 meters. So I know that this string is 65 meters, but what they want to know is how far is the kite above the ground? So from here, and then really it's from the ground, really. It's not from where she's holding it. But from the ground to the kite, we know that that's what they want to know. So we know that's our X. So that's the information that they give us for now. We're going to solve it, I think it's at the end. Yeah, we'll solve it at the end, but this is what we're going to try to figure out. So we're going to find the missing sides, and this is what our triangle looks like for this one, okay? So right away, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write SOHCAHTOA. Anytime I have like a missing side, a missing angle, SOHCAHTOA is what's going to help me. Now, let's see what I'm going to put these in a box because I know that's my key things, sine, cosine, and tangent. But let's see what they give us. They give us this as our focus angle. And we know that that is our opposite. So they tell us our opposite is X. So do they give us an opposite? Yes. They give us an opposite. Okay. Now they also give us, do they give us a hypotenuse, which is across from that? No, they don't. So we know they don't give us a hypotenuse. Okay. But they do give us what's left. So hypotenuse, opposite, and adjacent. They give us an adjacent. So where's adjacent? There. And they do give us adjacent. Now I see out of these 3, which one gives me all 3? Or sorry, all 2. So notice sine, it has an opposite, but we don't have hypotenuse. So we cannot do this. Notice this one my adjacent.
So would it be the CA?
H, so the cosine?
No, the TOA.
Yep, exactly. Because that one gives me all three. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Really good though. That, and I saw your piece, I saw your comment too. It gives me all I need. It gives me the opposite. It gives me adjacent. So now that we look at that, we know we have the information we need to find our tangent. So this is what we're gonna do. This is where it starts getting a little bit tricky, but I feel like you guys can all do this, okay? So we know our tangent. We know that our tangent. Sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and oh, there you go. So tangent. Oh, give me a second. I'm gonna go ahead. But tangent, and then we know we get our degree. So we're gonna put tan for t, 67, like that. And we're gonna make it equal to, we know it's opposite over adjacent. So what's our opposite? Our opposite is x. What's our adjacent? It's 14. So that's how we set up this problem. Notice that I just took the t for tangent and I put the degrees, 67. And I can put the degrees. And then we know that it's opposite over adjacent. So opposite, which is x, adjacent, which is 14. So that's when I take my calculator and using the calculator, right? Remember, it has to say DEG on the side, or RAD on the side. I don't touch it. I'm gonna plug in 67 tan. And that gives me 2.355, etc. Okay. So that gives me I'm just gonna use the first 3 decimals. 5, like that. Everything else stays the same.
Miss, but I got something different.
What did you get?
Hold up. I got 1.65.
1.65. Okay, let me try something. Hold on.
You must have used the DEG.
Oh, okay. That means that you press this button right here. You see that button where it says run? Press it.
Yeah.
It says RAD, because yours says this, huh? Yours says DEG.
Yeah.
Make sure it says RAD.
That's why I did it.
Okay, so try it again. So make sure it says that. And then if it says that, press 6710. And then what does it show you?
Hold on, miss. Oh, yeah, I got it.
You got it? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So now the point is to get x by itself, right? That's always our point. So I have to get rid of this 14. If you guys remember back from Algebra 1, the opposite, to get rid of it, you have to do the opposite. So if this is division, I have to multiply each side by 14. But whatever I do to one side, I do to the other side. And that cancels out. So then I'm gonna plug in 14 times 2.355, and that gives me 32.97. That is equal to x. And that's how I got that answer. So let's look at the next problem we're gonna look at, this one. Again, remember, first thing I do is I write SOHCAHTOA, and I see what information do they give me so I can know what I need to use to solve it. So I put these in a box just because I know these don't count right now. Okay. So I look at the opposite of the right triangle, that's my hypotenuse. The opposite of the focus angle is this one right here. I like labeling first, and then whatever is left is adjacent, just because to me, it makes it easy. Okay. So then I go opposite. Do they give me an opposite? No, they give me nothing. So I know that it's not gonna be that. Right away, I can tell which one I'm gonna use, but I'm gonna keep on going just to show you. Do they give me a hypotenuse? Yes, they do.
Is it TOA?
Well, let's see. Do they give me adjacent?
It will be CAH.
Yeah, so for this one, it's gonna be this one. Because notice they give you both for this, but they don't give you opposite. There's nothing in the opposite area. So because there's nothing, it cannot be TOA. It has to be CAH.
Okay.
So now, if we go to, so we go back to cosine, we put cosine. Time I put the number of degrees, 53 degrees, is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. My adjacent is 45. My hypotenuse is, okay. So again, I go back to my calculator. What do you guys get for cosine of 53 degrees?
Whatever. I got 0.6018, all those numbers.
Good, so
I have 0.707.
0.707 is what you got?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys both got different things. Let me try it out.
Wait, hold up. I put in the wrong number. Hold up. Oh, I got 6018.
Okay, good.
0.601.
So we take the first, we're gonna put 0.601. Again, our goal is to get K by itself, but this time notice it's on the bottom, so I'm gonna have to move it before I get it by itself. So I'm gonna multiply by K on each side. And that leaves me with 0.601 K equal to 45. Oops. And then I want K by itself, so I divide, because that's multiplying, I divide by 0.601. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other side. And that's gonna give me
74.08.
What is it?
I got 74.88, but you could check this.
That sounds about right. Yeah, good. So that's gonna be 74.875 or 88, like you said. Okay. Now, let me just go into our last problem. I know we have
Get out.
Practice problem. Let's do this one. So based on this one, if we were to do our triangle, right? Our kite triangle.
Mm-hmm.
So remember that they said the elevation is 70 degrees. So we know this is 70 degrees. We know that the string is 65 meters. And they want us to know how far is the kite above the ground, which is this right here, above the ground. So we're gonna make that X. And I'm gonna make my right triangle. So that was our kite problem. Notice we had to label it. But what's across that? That's my hypotenuse. What's across that? That's my opposite.
And then the rest is adjacent.
Good. So that takes me back to, again, I follow the same exact steps that I've been doing. What do they give me? They give me hypotenuse.
It's coordinated.
They give me opposite, but they don't give me adjacent.
So what if
It's soft.
Yep.
I said sine.
Yeah, it would be sine. So we would do sine of how many degrees? 70. Opposite over hypotenuse. My opposite is X. My hypotenuse is 65. And then if I type that into my calculator, like
906.
Good. Oh wait, what was it?
I got 0.906.
I got 0.939.
It should be, yeah, I got 939.
What up? Oh, I put the wrong number.
Okay. Okay, just that you, yeah. So you got 939, right? That's what we said?
939? Yes.
0.939 is equal to that. I cross each side off by 65, and that gives us
61.035.
61.035. Okay, I'm going with your judgment. And that leaves me with X by itself. And so we know that it's about 61 feet. That's how long, that's how high up the kite is. Okay, and that's my answer. So these are a few practice problems which we are probably not going to have time for. What I'll do is I'll review a few things before our class ends, but go ahead and solve the meaning. So what is meaning? Type it into the chat box. Please don't say it out loud. Type it into the chat box. And remember, I'm taking scores, so any points at the end will give you a prize. And don't look at the chat box if you want to don't find the answer in the chat box either.
I don't know how if I spelled it right. I don't know if I
Daddy,
spelled
what
it
the
right.
freak is Spider-Man? It's Spider-Man. S-P-I-D-E-R.
I was typing quick.
All right, so if we look at this, our first emoji is spider, and then we have a man. This one was easier than the last one, huh?
Yes.
I think the next one's gonna be a little bit challenging, but we'll see. All right, so I gave you guys points for that little competition. Remember, if you didn't hear that last time, I give you guys points for solving this, and then at the end, I'm gonna try to send you guys a prize somehow. We'll figure it out with your parents, hopefully. As far as what's due, so as usual, we have about 5 minutes left, so don't leave just yet because I do want to go over.
Yeah, I was about to leave.
So you guys have the due nows, and then most of you guys have the due, already do your due nows. You do your exit tickets, but this time notice I added one thing on here. It's a CFA 3A post.
Yeah, do we have to take that? I saw it
Yes.
this morning. Wow.
Yes.
I missed.
Because this is actually something that's being asked. Hold on, let me